Hey, what's up everybody, Nexel here. Today we are playing Kingdom Hearts Union Cross, and I will be talking about this limited time HD Sora and Kairi EX deal. I have been waiting for this banner for such a long time. I really love this medal. It comes with music. It's a very emotional scene in the game that I loved so much as a kid. Even now, as a sort of semi-adult, I really love this scene and I really love this medal. If not strictly for, its abilities, which are fantastic, and we'll go over those later, but just because the medal is just, it has like sentimental value to it. It looks beautiful. It comes with beautiful music. So there's so much going on for this medal outside of its actual usefulness that made me want it so bad. But anyways, I wanted to add this first. So the poll that I did a poll. I did it yesterday. And the reason is they just released so much information about Kingdom Hearts 3 yesterday that I was just spazzing out. I just had like so much information thrown at me. We got the new Keyblade for Rapunzel's world, who your allies are in Rapunzel's world. We have the new summon. We have Riku's new costume, Mickey's new costume. Just so much information, gameplay, a new world, which was confirmed. It was the Monsters Inc. world that was confirmed. So there was just so much information. The song, we have a new song. It's like, my mind was blowing up yesterday. Like, as I was getting these updates on like Twitter, on the Facebook groups I'm in, I was just throwing statuses on Facebook up and images and pictures and like potential spoilers. I had to like put, like, heads up, this is what's in this video. If you don't want to know, like, don't watch it. I was just freaking out. It was so good. Yesterday was such a great day for Kingdom Hearts fans who are looking forward to Kingdom Hearts 3. They are kind of teasing at the idea that at E3 they're going to have a release date, but I heard that was rumored, not confirmed. Like, it wasn't an official statement by Square. So I'm kind of like iffy about that. But yeah, there was just so much information about Kingdom Hearts 3 yesterday. I am so excited for this game to come out. It's been 13 years-ish since Kingdom Hearts 2 has come out, so Kingdom Hearts 3, I'm waiting for ya. I'm getting ready. I am getting my body and my mind and my soul just emotionally prepared to just take on the beast that is Kingdom Hearts 3, which looks absolutely stunning to this point. I'm glad they let us get Kingdom Hearts 2.8 to kind of test out the mechanics of Kingdom Hearts 3. But yeah, I was freaking out. I was like, oh my gosh, what's going on? And then they released the statement that, JP Union Cross players are gonna get Mickey EX Kingdom Hearts 3 outfit. I was like, oh gosh, like, oh my gosh. If you're following the Kingdom Hearts 3 stuff, whew, I hope you're freaking out with me for the past minute and a half. But yeah, I pulled yesterday because I was just so hyped on Kingdom Hearts that I was like, oh gosh, I'm hyped for Kingdom Hearts. Oh gosh, I'm hyped for this medal. And then I just put the two together and then did a pull. But anyways, let's go ahead and talk about the banner before we talk about the actual medal itself. Now, when I saw this, my heart kind of sank a little bit because in JP, this banner was a 5 mercy pull for the HD Sora and Kairi EX. In the global version, it is 15. Once I saw this medal come out in JP, that's when I started saving, and I got well above 15k. I'm actually sitting at about 29k right now, I believe. Yesterday I spent the 3k for the pull, so I was actually at like 32k. But yeah, so it went from the 15k that I was originally anticipating up to the 45k, which I don't have the ability to support right now. And with the medal only being up for a certain number of days, I just don't know if I'd be able to get the amount. So 15 draws really sucks. It was really unfortunate. Kind of sank my heart a little bit because I really want this medal. But yeah, so 15 draws, it is what it is. Square Enix, the North American branch, I guess really wants to dig into people's wallets, especially with the lack of content that's been going on. So I don't really know what's going on. I kind of wish they gave us the Valentine's Day event that JP has going on right now. Free jewels, free avatar board part. It's just, it's cool stuff. JP has a lot of cool stuff for people who are looking for content. But anyways, continuing on with our analysis of this banner, it comes with 2 guaranteed tier 4s, which is not good, in my opinion. A lot of people say it's good because it's 2 guaranteed premiums, and that's correct. It's kind of similar to that banner we had where it was a falling price deal. You got 2 tier 5 or higher medals, with the only tier 5s being like the HD forms of Sora, which were really good. They're actually still really good because their multiplier is so ridiculously high if you have a big enough party. And that was really good. That was also falling price, and that also came with the potential of things like HD Final Form Sora. The banner, like, pool, the medal pool that we had for that was tight. It was a certain just amount of medals, which were for the most part all really good. There were copy medals in there. There were the Fairy Stars OP trio in there. There was so much going on in that banner, and that banner was fantastic. Easily the best banner to date, in my opinion. To follow it up with something like this, where you're only guaranteed 2 tier 4s, kind of sucks. Because you got to think about it. What is your lowest possible gain if you pull from this banner? And it would be something like getting an SP Axle, which is tier 4. It's not very strong. Does it only costs 1 gauge, but it's, again, not very strong by today's standards. And then having the second one be something like an SP Xion, which has a high multiplier, but because it's tier 4, that's kind of irrelevant. And not only that, but it debuffs you too. So it's like, when you think about what potential lies in tier 4s, it's kind of like almost a slap to the face, giving us this after us getting something like that fantastic reverse falling price banner that I was talking about earlier. I know a lot of people say that don't forget about the Fill Cup, and that's absolutely true. In the Fill Cup, you can only use tier 4 or lower medals, but when you think about it, you shouldn't be tailoring your reasoning around specific events. So those tier 4s, are they going to help you in the Hades Cup? Are they going to help you in Proud Mode? Are they going to help you in rating or damage high score challenges? And odds are they really won't. I'd see Proud Mode kind of being a good reason for that. But for the most part, they won't help you. Even with traits, tier 4s aren't really salvageable. So what I mean by that is I actually have an illustrated Sora A that has both ground and aerial enemy defense minus 60%. I brought it into Kali last month, but it didn't take me too far in comparison to the tier 7s that are out, in comparison to even the tier 5s that are out. So tier 4s are honestly just not very savable at this point, just because there's so much better stuff out there. And by having the tier 4s in there, they're increasing your chance of gambling and whiffing and getting things that you won't be using. So I really don't think that ×2 guaranteed tier 4s is really good. Because when you think about the lowest possible value you're getting 2 tier 4s, you're getting 8 5-star medals, which are all going to be like tier 3 or tier 2 even. And then you get the magic room, which is the next part I want to talk about. So moving on from the fact that tier 4s aren't very good, in my opinion, we are getting a magic room here. So if you mercy for the medal and you do the 15 pulls, you're guaranteed 3 Mickey and brooms. And one of those, odds are, is going to go to gilting the medal, because it already comes pre-orbed by 5. So you just need to fill that 6th orb with a Mickey and broom, and then you're all set. The medal's gilted, you gotta like slap mirrors on it, or whatever you need to do to get it to max gilt. But the point is, we do get brooms per pull, but when you think about it, 3,000 jewels for potentially, again, 2 tier 4s, the 5-star tier 2s or tier 3s, and then a broom isn't really good when you think about avatar boards, and you're getting so much more out of avatar boards potentially. So what I mean by potentially is that, yes, in the banner, you could still pull 2 tier 7s. And that's fine. That's great. If you do that, congratulations. That is fantastic. But again, we're looking at the lowest possible value you can get, which isn't outside the realm of possibility. So in avatar boards, you know, you'd get that magic broom. You would get 3 solid skills. You would get a gem, magic mirrors. I believe there are still chips and dales in there. So you're getting more with the avatar board for 3,000 jewels than potentially this EX medal deal. So as a whole, you know, it really doesn't seem worth it, in my opinion, to pull into this banner. One good thing about this, though, is that if we look at the draw odds for this, it's 10% for a 6-star medal, which is going to be a premium. So the chances of you getting an additional tier 4, tier 5, or tier 6 or higher, so I guess tier 7, is 10%, meaning that 1 out of every 10 medals that aren't guaranteed should be a premium, and that's really good. That means in your second pull, you're looking at a minimum of 5 premium medals, which is solid. It's definitely a solid draw ratio, if you ask me. So that's really nice, but Again, tier 4s, it's just like, gosh, can you really justify doing pulls, which are 3,000 jewels, for tier 4s? And that's just my thought process on it. If you guys think differently, by all means, I encourage everyone to think differently. I think it definitely adds to the diversity of the community. But with that being said, we are going to talk about the actual medal itself. So I will put a time in the comments below saying skip to here if you want to just talk about the medal. So it's all the basic stuff. It can come boosted. It does come with the 5 orbs versus the 3 that it normally would. But let's go ahead and talk about the medal. So the first thing I want to talk about is its special attack, which is loaded. There's a lot going on in here. So the special attack is deal 3 hits, and for 2 turns, it boosts your upright strength by 3, inflicts more damage with 1 enemy left, meaning that it has that range multiplier that the foretellers have, doing a, looks like 12.6 multiplier for area enemies, so all enemies, or 17.46 when you're only hitting 1 enemy. So it also resets the countdown, meaning that if you had an enemy who had like a 30 hit countdown, the blue ones, you got it down to like 1, and then you slap this medal right in their face, it's gonna bump that all the way back up to 30, which is really good. It could be really good for things like high score challenges. It could be really good for things like just general things like really proud mode quests, or story quests, even event quests that are kind of hard, like fill cup stuffs. Not necessarily the fill cup, because you can't use tier 7s in fill cups, but things like that where you've got some sort of restriction and then you end up, getting that counter down. This resets it, so that's really good in my opinion. I would say it's a little bit better than, multicast Kairi EX, just because after a certain point you're sacrificing damage medals for buffing medals, and this is certainly a damage medal. But that's straying away from where I want to go. It's also going to do an HP recovery level 3, which is comparable to, I believe, Illustrated Kingdom Hearts 2 Kairi, and then it's going to fill 3 gauges, but it's going to cost you 4. So that's like the whole effect right there. The first thing I want to talk about is that I think this medal is comparable to foretellers. It is definitely less of a standalone medal because it doesn't buff your PSM strength or your general strength, or it doesn't decrease defense in any sense of the word, whereas the foretellers will do that. So it's comparable to foretellers because it's stronger than them. It does have that damage adjustment for multi-target groups versus single-target groups. But I definitely think that it's comparable to foretellers. Again, I've said it 3 times, and there's a good reason for that. The next thing is that, like I said earlier, it has just a ridiculous multiplier. That thing is crazy when you add on top of it that you're gaining 3 upright buffs. So that's just a monster of a multiplier, in my opinion. You're getting, again, tier 7, and it's hitting for a lot. It gives you buffs. There's a lot going on with this that just makes it not just a multiplier, not just a heal medal. It's like a loaded package altogether. So it's got a great multiplier in my opinion. It's upright red, which is going to be fantastic for Fenrir because you'll have the HD Xion going before it. It's going to copy the uprightness of the medal and then make that Fenrir a full upright red, which is going to be really good. I think that's just fantastic that you can go into HD Xion, into this medal, into like a copy key art if you wanted, and then you're just getting 3 activations of this medal, which is really good, especially if, like, let's say the HD Xion takes out a few enemies, and then the actual medal will take out, a few more enemies, and then your copy key art is hitting a single enemy, but it's getting that times 17 multiplier damage on it. So I think this is a great medal for Fenrir. It's absolutely fantastic. I don't really see a lot of other Keyblade setups where this is going to work because as a damage medal, you want it after all your buffs. So that means there are very few Keyblades that are going to have that. You're going to have, of course, Treasure Trove is going to have that. I forgot which slot on Dark Gnaw was the upright red. It's definitely not the first. I want to say it's the second or the third. So this could sort of fit in there, but because Dark Gnaw is a reverse Keyblade, like, when are you really getting the upright strength going off there for you? And Fairy Stars, it has a reversed red slot. Moogle of Glory, the upright red slot is the last slot, but it's only a ×2 multiplier on average for most players, so it's like, that's not strong enough. Even if you slap the HC Vanitas before it, it's still, you know, you have a really powerful HC Vanitas, but then you go into like a sort of nerfed HD Sora and Kairi EX. So I don't think Moogle of Glory is a good fit for that. It could sort of fit in the Olympia Keyblade if you're doing the copy setup with the Olympia Keyblade, where you forward copy with, I believe it is HD Antiform Sora, and then you go into this medal, and then you go into Key Art Bonds to get that triple copy. But yeah, this is definitely a Fenrir-oriented medal, in my opinion. Again, it heals comparable to Illustrated Kingdom Hearts 2 Kairi, which is really solid. Considering it's a damage medal, it is also giving you upright buffs. And then it does the strength increase for 2 turns, meaning this is a fantastic medal for raiding, especially if you don't have like Kairi EX, or you're lacking a few medals that get that upright buff to 7, because when you go into that second turn into raid bosses, you're probably going in with +7 upright strength, which is fantastic. So this is a great medal for raiding, and also just general use, like I was talking about earlier. Not only that, it fills gauges. So if you slap like an SP0 attack boost on this thing, it's gonna be healing you, not just your HP, but also your SP gauges. So that's really, really good. This medal is really just like a full package blended into one. The only thing I could think of is that the gauge cost kind of makes it less of a raid medal, because you want your raid medals to be able to consistently activate, and if you don't have an SP restoring medal like Illustrated Kairi EX or Illustrated Xion EX, then you kind of run into some problems with like gauge maintenance. You might have to slap like an occasional damage medal that also heals you, like Kingdom Hearts 0.2 Terra, or like, what's another one? HD Vanitas is another one. So if you don't have a means of SP restoring, it could make it hard for raiding. But for pretty much any other purpose, if you slapped an attack boost SP skill on this, it is, and will be even more fantastic than it already is. Alright, so not only that, it only deals 3 hits, meaning that this could be a potential high score challenge medal, especially because it gives you that upright buff. So I know it doesn't come with any defense downs, like normal, you know, one hitter you'd want like HD Era EX or Final Boss Xion. It doesn't have the defense down, but upright strength is just so incredibly broken that I'd actually have to test it before I can really say if it is going to be less valuable than my Final Boss Xion, which I use for my high score challenges right now. So that's pretty much my initial run on this medal. And yeah, I think it's a bad banner, but it's a fantastic medal, which really sucks that there's just that wall that's blocking you. Because when you think about it, 15 pulls is potentially like 29 tier 4s you could be getting. I heard someone pulled 9 times and got like Bupkis. So take it at your own risk. I definitely think the medal is worthwhile. It is a fantastic addition to our current meta. But at the same time, again, tier 4s, that's so bad. Like, that's such a bad return for today's current standards. But with that being said, I will attach the poll I did yesterday. Again, I don't have the full support to mercy it, so I'm kind of just like pulling like on whims like I did yesterday, because Kingdom Hearts 3, so hype, much hype. So that's why I pulled, and I will attach that video to this. But I kind of did the intro and exit on the other video, so I'll say it now, and then I'll say it sort of again later on. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to throw them in the comments below, and I will try my best to answer them. But until next time, everyone, and like really, you're going to be chilling for the next few minutes if you're watching the poll, but until next time, everyone, take it easy. Hey, what's up everybody, Nexel here. Today we are playing Kingdom Hearts Union Cross, and I'm gonna do a lot more about this medal later, but I just wanted to do a poll for now because I really want this HD Sora and Kairi EX. This was the medal I was actually saving up for. So now, because it was a 5 mercy pull in JP, but I guess it's a 15 mercy pull here, which kind of sucks. I'm going to do a max of 3 pulls, but I'm only going to do 1 for right now. So let's do 1 quick pull, and then I'll do my analysis of this banner later. I hope I just get it, like, right off the bat. That'd be so great. That would save so much time, so many jewels. Come on, let's get that Sora and Kairi EX. Oh! Oh my gosh, we got it! Oh my gosh! Yeah! Oh my gosh, this is crazy! This is crazy! It was the last medal! Okay, wow. Oh man, I kind of wish you guys could see my face right now. I look so dumb. I look super flushed because I was just plowing the snow outside too. And oh my gosh, this is so good. Oh wow. Okay. Whew. Okay, so we got a Riku. We got a 2-orbed Riku. That's cool. Oh wow. Okay, hang on. Let me screenshot this. Oh my gosh. Is this what it feels like when people get the EX on the first pull? This is crazy. My hands are moving so much right now to emphasize what's going on. Oh man, this is crazy. This is crazy. I can't believe it. Wait, is this... This is it. This is... Oh my gosh. This is nuts. Okay. Well, I guess I'm done pulling on this banner. Whew. Ooh, baby. Okay. Yeah, this is it, guys. HD Sora and Kairi EX. This is absolutely nuts. And I don't know. I don't know how I feel. I feel great. This is fantastic. I'm, like, super smiley right now. And it came 5-orb too. Wow. This is first pull magic. I have never experienced this in my life. I've always had to pull, like, a few times until I got what I wanted, and this is... Whew. Ooh, this is just as exciting as when I pulled for the Sora Art EX. If you guys haven't seen that, go ahead, check that out. But wow. Oh, baby. Okay. Yeah, and oh gosh, I really wanted this medal for a lot of reasons. I'll do that all in an explanation video later, but this is the poll. Hopefully you guys got super psyched as I did, and I hope that your first poll luck is also fantastic. So I'm going to cut the poll video here, make the explanation video, attach the two together, and then go from there. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to leave them in the comments below. But until I continue this video, take it easy, everyone. Alright everyone, sorry to kind of trick you with the opening, making it seem like I didn't get the medal, but I did have that first pull magic and it worked. This is the medal, loved it, loving it, going to love it, pretty much until the end of time. I just love this medal's sentimental value from Kingdom Hearts 1. It was the scene where Kairi saved Sora from the Heartless, which was like the first time ever she's ever really protected him. So it was when Sora was a Heartless. Sorry if I dropped any spoilers, but Kingdom Hearts 1 did come out a long time ago, so if you haven't played it by now, that's kind of just like, is really a spoiler. But yes, I got the medal. I'm sure you heard me kind of screaming during the other video, which was during the poorly recorded session that I did, just because I just wanted to pull immediately, because Kingdom Hearts 3. But yes, this is the medal. It is fantastic. I have to kind of decide what I want to do with it. I will wait until after a high score challenge is announced to really officially determine if I want to gilt it, if I want to level it up, if I just want to use it as a booster medal. So I'll wait till that high score challenge before I do anything that I won't be able to take back. With that being said, I do want to close this video out with one last thing. So this is going to be the time of the month where I collect all my present medals. I'm sorry, all my present jewels. So as you can see, I have all the way back until the New Year bonus campaign thing where we got the Sora and Moogles. So let's go ahead. We have... for our bonuses, we have the New Year draw here, and then we also have, what else did we get? So it's just daily logins. We have a maintenance on January 15th that we are finally collecting. We have a total login bonus, which is 500. We have, let's see, more daily stuff, daily stuff, daily stuff. Congratulations on the Trithy mini, which I totally forgot we did almost 2 weeks ago. So we should have that other one coming up soon. And then we had another maintenance on February 1st. And is that it? Is that all the jewels that we've got? Yeah, so those are all the bonus jewels. And then aside from that, we have all the daily jewels. So right now we are sitting at 29,720. Let's see what we are looking like after our presents. So after our presents, we are sitting at 38,420, which is, I think, the highest amount of jewels I've ever had. So again, it is just a saving tip if you want to do it. If you need the jewels immediately, by all means collect them, but that's just my tip. As you saw, you know, I jumped up almost 9,000 jewels, which is quite a hefty sum, and while they're sitting in my presence, I'm unable to use them, so it kind of removes some of the temptation. Alright, this should be the official end of the video. If you guys watched the whole almost 30 minutes of that, thank you so much. I really do appreciate you being here. I hope that my advice is helping you, because that's really the reason I am making these with my schedule as it is. I'm like super busy, but I want to be able to give my knowledge back because I have been playing this game since it began. There's kind of a weird thing where I missed 2 days. Like, I could explain it, but I don't want to make this video any longer than it is. So I've been playing this game 676 days, with 2 of them being unrecorded. So yeah, that is pretty much where I'm at. I do want to help you guys so much. If you guys have any questions, again, throw them in the comments below and I will try my best to answer them. But until next time, everyone, let's actually... one more look, just because I love this medal just so much. This is definitely one of my favorites. Until next time, everyone, take it easy.